Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at techtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 14th of November, and these are the charts of the day. Well, despite the fact that markets were sloppy, they did rally back, and some of the stocks that we followed did great. Let's take a look at a few of them. Cree, C-R-E-E. Now, this is the lighting manufacturer and one of the preeminent ones in their LED area. They recently put out a swing November the 7th at 35.39. Now, it hasn't done much. You can see it's back in filling in this area. I gave it to you when it broke out. It popped at 37.5, pulled back, and now it's wedging again. It looks to me like today was a reversal day, and engulfing one at that, holding support, and then engulfing the entire prior day. There's some resistance at the 36.5 area, 37.5, but I think the stock makes it to 40 and then mid-40s, and that's my targets. 8.6 days to cover. Nice chart. DQ. Now, this is a preeminent Chinese semiconductor manufacturer, and over the years has had some big runs. Take a look at this. Huge run from literally 3.5 all the way up to 55 back in 2013-14. I really made out well with that one back then. Now, it's been a few years. The stock's based out. You can see on the daily chart, it had a nice base. It broke out right there, retested, exploded flag, and then today it popped again. Now, it got all the way up to 44.49 before backing off a couple points, or about $1.75, and was still up 268, or almost 6.7%. About a $500,000 traded, but look at that. That's the biggest volume bar going back to May. It looks to me like it's accelerating. We might very well see this at 48.50, mid-50s pretty soon. Stay tuned and watch this one carefully. EVBG. Well, Everbridge, since the IPO, has done very well. It's on massive waves up. This looks like the 5th wave, and it looks like a 1 and 2. This could be wave 3 underway. Could take us to as high as 33.35 short term. FENG. Well, as you know, I put a swing on it there, and it came down, stopped some people out. Right back up again. That's the way it goes sometimes. But you can see today's high was near the high in September. That would be up around 685.90. It gets through that, 7.5, 8.5, and 9.5, all potential possibilities. Big volume today, 3.4 million. International Game Technology, or IGT, popped near resistance today, right in that zone, and finished near the upper end of the range. Big breakaway gap, I believe on a good earnings report. Either way, that's your trend right now, and it's a good one. Now, the upper end of that channel, I believe, was reached today. So we may see some pushback in that zone. And if it breaks through, this could very well run, and I mean run quickly into the low 30s. 32 is my target. 2 days to cover short. Big breakout on a major semiconductor manufacturer, Kulicke and Soffa. KLIC popped. Up 483 or 20%, 3.5 million, the biggest volumes we've seen in a couple of years. Now, looking at the longer term chart, you can see a beautiful trend in place. It might have actually hit the top of that channel today, if you look at it this way, or close to it. Maybe it's a little bit of push through up towards 31, 32 short term. Right now, I'm looking at this as a longer term channel, and it appears to be something like that. So if this is a large 1, 2, and this is 3, maybe we need a 4th wave, but that may not come in until we see closer to 31. LLNW, Limelight's doing very well in here. You can see that it's up against resistance to the top of the channel, but it went through the lateral resistance, and it very well might accelerate towards the 8-9 zone. That's the next target. If you look at it up here, we're looking at about 8 3/4. It's a long way from here. We got some room to run yet, but we may need to pull back and consolidate first. Nevertheless, with volume like this, looking pretty good. Although, just remember, you are at the top of the channel resistance. MARK. Well, the last month has been very volatile, with a pop here and a pullback, but another pop today. What are we going to be watching closely? Well, this is key resistance right now. That comes in about 550. If it pops through 550, we may run to 8 pretty quickly, and this one's worth watching too. Mattel's in play. First, Hasbro wants them, and now Disney's talking. We may very well see this at 22, 25 range short term on a takeover, 26 or even 30. Very possible. 8 days to cover short, made fuel to fire. This is a big breakaway gap above the declining tops line, a big volume of 78 million shares. How about that Nectar? Another explosive day after the big day yesterday, but it might be at resistance near the top of the channel. I would love to see some backing and filling, and then it moves to the mid to high 50s. 12.7 days to cover. I don't think Nectar's done, although short term, it may pull back. SVRA, I want to show you something here. Beautiful chart, beautiful base, breakout of the coil, and up against resistance. It's not a heavily traded stock, so you must be careful. But should it get through this 11-12 zone, we could see 16 short term. Syntel, another stock with a beautiful base, wedge after the broke out, and now another breakout. I would think 28 at the gap would be your next target. When we get through that, we're going to see something in the mid-30s potentially. 11.88 days to cover. USAT. The swing trade continues to act well. We put it out just last, Friday at 714. It's already up 780. Looks like this one wants to run to 9.5. That's my target. 8.34 days to cover short. What a day for Very, huh? Exploded off the bottom of this channel. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave decline, taking back about 0.382 fib retracement, almost 50%. Today was a big snapback, up 794, 38%. The volume was big. There is resistance here. If we pop through, 35 and 44 are your targets. XNET. Pull back for a couple of days. There's resistance right up around 14. Today was a reversal day, or it looks like it. If it moves up through that level, we're going to have to take out 14 for it to get to run to 16, 18, and 20. And finally tonight, ZYNE, one of our swing trades, acting great with an engulfing bar after reversal. Took it down to 1140 and ran to 1374, finished 1345. That was up $1.34, 11%. You can see that there, I think the next target might be around 15.5. We may get there pretty quickly. At that point, look for pullback. If it breaks through, we may very well see 19 on this baby. That's it tonight, folks. Have a good evening.